Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. We're back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Tuesday, March 30th. Yesterday, a recap, 4-3, so we'll always take a positive day. A bad beat for that Arkansas versus Baylor under. I mean, the teams combined for over 80 points in the first half, yet they barely hit the over at 149. What can you do? We're going to move on, forgive and forget. I do want to say a quick shout out to all of you guys. You guys have been killing the like and subscribe button. Almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is a dream come true. Just under 2 weeks ago, we hit 1,000 subscribers. So the fact that today we might hit 2,000 is absolutely unreal. So thank you guys all for the support. Everything has been crazy. This is a dream come true. So keep clicking that like and subscribe button. This is only the beginning for this community. If you ever have any ideas on how we can improve, not only this YouTube channel, but also our Discord community, please feel free to let me know in the comments or DM me. Happy to improve this community to make it the biggest and best thing on the platform. But like I said, join that Discord community, just the group chat where we talk about not only NBA basketball, but March Madness. There's an NFL, MLB starting up, NHL, hockey, soccer, you name it. All of it is down there. First link in the description. I believe we're over 650 members now. Don't quote me on that, but unreal. A lot of you guys in there, so shout out to all of you. And then, like a recap, we got our daily live stream today, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll catch you guys then. Yesterday, you guys killed it. We had over 80 people in there at one time. So keep killing it. We're back for some player props and spreads. Let's get into these picks. Tobias Harris, over 3.5 assists. And I'll do a step back. Today's a weird slate. We only got 4 games. I'll give you my thoughts and breakdown of each game at the end of the video. But, you know, we're gonna pick some good player props and a couple spreads and over-unders that I like, but it's a limited slate, so be careful out there. There's more games on Wednesday, so be careful, save your money. We're taking Tobias Harris over 3.5 assists. The value isn't great. You know, you got minus 160, minus 150, but Harris has hit this in 4 straight games, or Harris has hit 4+ assists in 6 straight games. Ever since Joel Embiid went down, he's been passing it even more, and he's been getting his teammates involved. He also has hit this in back-to-back games against the Denver Nuggets. Not that that matters since both of those are back in 2019. I think he hits it with ease tonight. 4 assists for a man that's haven't had it in 6 straight games. He can easily get it done tonight against the Denver Nuggets. Moving on to Jamal Murray, over 19.5 points. The Sixers not only are allowing the 8th most points to opposing point guards, but Murray has hit this over in 17 of his last 22 games. He's been hitting 20+ points consistently. Love the matchup against the Sixers tonight. And it's hard to bet that he won't even hit 20 points. I mean, it's Jamal Murray. You know he's going to shoot a bunch. And like I said, the Sixers don't play exceptional defense against opposing point guards. If he plays plenty of minutes, like I think he will in a close game in Denver, I think Jamal Murray goes over 20 points easily. Even though there's a lot of mouths to feed with Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., now Aaron Gordon's there, Will Barton, a lot of people over there, but Jamal Murray over 19.5 points seems like a lock. And then 2 more lines that I'm looking at but don't have official lines are, we got Terrence Ross is over in points. He might be back tonight, and you know if he's back, he's the only one the Magic really got as an elite offensive player. I'd look at that. He should shoot at 15 to 20 points, or 15 to 20 times, should hit his over. And then Dwayne Bacon, shout out to the guy who was talking about Dwayne Bacon in the live stream yesterday. Dwayne Bacon's been killing it lately, 17 points and 26 points in back-to-back games. He shot it 19 times. He looks like he's basically just saying, you know what, someone's got to shoot it, and it's going to be me. So the Magic, while they don't necessarily, you know, have the best matchup against the Clippers, but someone's got to shoot it for the Magic, and if we can make some money off Dwayne Bacon's over, good for us. If we can make some money in general, we'll take it. And another guy that I'm looking at, Russell Westbrook. Talk about a game last night. Absolutely insane. 35 points, 14 rebounds, 21 assists. The man is a legend. And I had his over in rebounds. Wasn't a surprise to see that hit, but he just absolutely destroyed it. 70 combined PRAs. Unreal game for Westbrook. And it's hard to go away from him tonight. I don't have any lines for him as Westbrook and Beal. You know, we're still waiting to see if Beal plays, even if Westbrook plays. But Westbrook's been playing back-to-back games, so I expect him to be out there tonight. It's hard to go away from Westbrook. I mean, the man is a legend, and you got a good matchup against the Hornets, who don't necessarily defend opposing point guards too well. I'd be riding Russell Westbrook. Probably is over in rebounds, but I wouldn't mind doing PRAs again. The man has been filling it up, and he's carrying this Wizards team on his back. So lock in the Russell Westbrook whenever his lines come out. And as always, I normally post my final plays in Discord because obviously when you record the videos early in the morning, sometimes you don't have all of the injuries up to date. Like Jaylen Brown went out yesterday. I wanted Tatum's over. Things like that you can't really predict early in the day, but at the end of the day, you have all of the players who's locked in. So be sure to check out the Discord and not only look at my full slate of picks, as well as everyone else's full slate of picks, because there's a lot of people killing it in the Discord. Moving on to two spreads that I like. We're going to rock with the Wizards and Hornets under 231.5. I know I just hyped up Russell Westbrook. He pushes the pace basically faster than anyone else in the NBA. But when I look at this Hornets team, they aren't playing too fast. Once LaMelo went down, this team has really eased off the throttle and doesn't score as many points as they used to. They're still playing well, but they're just not pushing it as much as you would expect. So under 231.5 points, they're on the road. I think they'll slow it down. I'm going to take the under. That's just what I'm leaning tonight. Sure, Westbrook might push the ball 24/7, but the Hornets in their slow nature should keep this under. 232 points is a lot to ask for both of these teams. And I know the Wizards don't necessarily play the best defense in the world. Sue them. But I'm still locking in the Wizards and Hornets under 231.5 points. Shout out to the... We nailed that under yesterday. Knicks versus Heat. I don't know what the hell was going on in that game, but they, like I said, both teams didn't break 100. Not a surprise there at all. And then my last spread of the day before we get into the full slate and the parlay of the day, we're going to go Nuggets -4.5 versus the Sixers. I just feel like this Nuggets team is getting into full gear. They got Aaron Gordon now, and they're just kicking it. They're kicking it into full gear. They had a big win against the Hawks by like 25, 30 points a couple nights ago, and now they get the Sixers team, who the Sixers have played better on the road, but teams sometimes tend to struggle in Denver, which is where the game is tonight. The last time these two teams played was back in January, which was in Philadelphia, and the Nuggets won by 12 points. I expect this to be a close game, but like we saw with the Grizzlies -5 yesterday, Grizzlies versus the Rockets was pretty close, but then the Grizzlies pulled away in the final couple minutes to win and cover. Expect kind of more of the same versus the Sixers tonight. Nuggets -4.5. My parlay of the day, I'm going to be taking Tobias Harris over 3.5 assists. I think that's good value. We're going to take Jamal Murray over 19.5 points. And then we'll take the under in the Wizards-Hornets game, under 231.5 points. Those are kind of my three favorite plays. Obviously, it's a limited slate, so be careful, but I like those three plays. As for my thoughts and reactions on all of the games, first, click that like and subscribe button if you're this far in, but we're looking at my thoughts and reactions. You got Hornets are 2.5 point favorites over the Wizards. I'm going to rock with the Wizards. Wizards are the home team. I think they're going to play with more passion, and I expect Beal to be back today. But the Hornets are all right. They're not great, but this is kind of a toss-up game, as you can see by the spread. I'm rocking with the Wizards. I love Westbrook. I think he can get it done. Obviously, I'm on the Denver Nuggets to cover at home versus Philly. Over under 221. That's a hard number to gauge. I feel like this could either go in like the 205s, or we could hit like 230, 240. I would lean towards the under, but it's hard to really predict that exact spread or over-under in that game. Then you got Hawks versus the Suns, -6.5. Suns are at home. I would take the Suns -6.5. I feel like the Hawks will lose a little bit of momentum, and I think the Phoenix Suns can make it hard on Trae Young. They defend the point guard position very well, and so I think Trae Young might struggle. And normally if Trae Young struggles, that means the Hawks are struggling. And that's just my overall thoughts. I think the Suns cover and win, and I think they're going under. I would think I honestly would add the under onto my official plays, under 222.5 points. Both teams haven't necessarily scored in a ton of points each game, and they're playing super slow. I mean, you just saw Phoenix go into overtime with the Hornets, and they still just cracked 100 points. I'd lock in the under 222.5 points. And then the Orlando Magic versus the LA Clippers, +10.5 for the Magic. This is a spread I wouldn't even touch. I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I would only ever touch the Orlando Magic's team total under. The over-under is 218.5, so you can probably get the Orlando Magic team total probably around 104, 103.5. I would obviously lock that in. The Magic don't score points, but you got the Clippers, and you never know who's going to play for the Clippers. Paul George, late scratch yesterday. Kawhi Leonard played. Maybe Kawhi Leonard's out today. You never really know. It's hard to predict spreads because there's so many inactives, injuries, last-minute things that you just can't predict. And so it's hard to get a good gauge on those things, but we try our best. So just as a recap for all of the people out there, we're going to rock with the Nuggets -4.5 versus the Philadelphia 76ers. The Wizards versus Hornets under 232.5 points. Then we're going to go with Tobias Harris over 3.5 assists. Russell Westbrook, we're going to take his over in rebounds. I don't know what it will be, probably 10.5. I'll take the over in rebounds. And then we will take Jamal Murray over 19.5 points. Those are my quick, up-to-date. Be sure to check out the Discord for whatever I am officially playing for the night, but a lot of these ones will be on that official slate. And I just want to say thank you guys again so much for subscribing to the channel and helping us grow into something even bigger than what I ever imagined. Like I said, we might hit 2,000 subscribers today, which is absolutely unreal. So if you haven't clicked that like and subscribe button, please do. It really helps us grow this channel. And I can't thank you guys enough. I'll be back later today for our live stream at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably be live for 30 to 40 minutes. And then we'll be back tomorrow for the full slate of NBA Wednesday games. I'm sure we'll have a lot of good player props that we can bet on. So look forward to that soon. I'll catch you guys again later today in the live stream. Peace out.